Hello, and welcome back to the Book Marketing Tips and Author Success Podcast. This is Penny Sansbury.
And Amy Cornell.
And this is yet another Amazon PSA. You know, Amazon just keeps giving us reasons to do these shows. I'm coming in hot, people, just so you know, because I'm really mad at Amazon. So we have an author that we're working with who has a mystery thriller, and he has a menacing book cover. Hello, it's a mystery thriller, right?
Right.
Started to run ads for him. Amazon came back and they said, yeah, we're not going to approve this because the cover is too menacing. The cover, what they said, which I thought was so ridiculous. The cover looks so there's a picture of somebody holding a knife on the cover, and the knife is bloody. Hello, mystery thriller.
Right.
And Amazon said in their note, it looks like the knife is pointing at the consumer.
No, I didn't hear that latest. Oh my God.
And I'm like, well, that's weirdly specific, Amazon. Like, I mean, it just feels like, I realize that a lot of this stuff through when you write, when Amazon responds back with, no, we can't do this or whatever, it's usually like an AI, but I'm like, well, that's very specific for an AI. Maybe there's really a person behind there who has clearly some issues with being chased with
personally attacked by that cover. My goodness.
Right. Do you feel personally attacked by that cover? So the point of this whole PSA is do not let Amazon give you the runaround. So I wrote support ticket after I think I wrote 3 or 4 different support tickets, Amazon, because what Amazon did. So this is where this gets really dicey. So Amazon approved the print book with the same menacing cover, right? They approved the print book, but they would not approve the ebook. Now, when I wrote what?
That's just stupid.
It's just stupid. So when I wrote them, I didn't say that, well, but you approved the print book, so why can't you approve the ebook? Because I was worried that they were going to pull, like, oh, we didn't know that we approved the print book, and then they were going to pull that one too. But I kept writing them, and I said, listen, this cover meets all of your guidelines, right? There's no, like, naked person on the cover, like, it's not... it fit. And then I sent links. I said, here are links to other similar books, all of which are being advertised on Amazon. So you really do have to sometimes make your case with them. But I just don't, I know, and Amy, we were talking about this in the green room. With like romance books, sometimes they get really funny if you have too many, like if there's too much skin on the cover, right?
Yeah, there's a weird gray area, and it turns into a really awkward conversation. And
right.
Like being in high school and talking to your parents about something, you know what I mean? Because you're sitting there with the Amazon support people going like, well, his shirt's only unbuttoned, it's not all the way off, like what do you want from me? But they're very oddly inconsistent about their romance covers too, and I find it so bizarre.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. We've kind of known, like, historically, if you have too much skin on the cover, it gets challenging to run ads. But because Amazon is always changing, and if you're listening to this and you're like, well, I've never been able to run ads because I have, like, the guy's half naked on the cover or whatever, I would pitch them again for ads and see what they say. The one thing that we know about Amazon, the one consistent thing about Amazon is they are super inconsistent.
Absolutely.
But you have to be your own best advocate. So you have to, pull up a support ticket, write them, and then write them again, and then write them again. And I know that sounds obnoxious, but sometimes you really do have to be obnoxious because Amazon, again, largely run a lot of the responses that you get are just AI responses, right?
Yep.
And it can be really, really frustrating, but you really have to be your own best advocate, in particular for ads, because ads has just gotten, Amazon ads, for whatever reason, has just gotten really weird with their rejections.
That is interesting too, because it's like Amazon has how many arms and they don't talk, because I will say, not to drag this out, but for A+ content, if any of you listening have ever had issues with that, believe it or not, they are the exact opposite, Penny. When you have an issue with A+ content, they are surprisingly forthcoming and specific about what their issues are with it. There's really no guessing, which just blows my mind still. It still shocks me that it's so easy to deal with fixes in A+ content compared to ads.
It's so weird.
Yes. And very frustrating too, because we get it. Like, we work with a lot of first-time authors and we fully understand how mind-numbingly frustrating jumping through all these hoops can be with Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, it's interesting, not necessarily related to the ads, but I had an author who I've never consulted with him. I just follow him on Instagram, and it was his first book. And Amazon just randomly pulled it one day. Like, he went in and changed the price, and Amazon randomly pulled it. And I felt really bad. He's actually an influencer, and he wrote this book. And so I messaged him and I said, listen, you can't give up. You have to call them. You have to be your own best advocate. And then within like 3 days, they were like, oh, that was just a mistake. Amazon is glitchy as hell.
Mhm.
So you really have to be, and the book found its way back on Amazon. All the reviews were still intact. He lost 3 days, but he wrote this post. He's just like, oh, I'm just giving up. And I understand that's really where you get to, because you're just like, well, Amazon just like this big machine. I get it. The one consistent thing, as I said about Amazon, is they are wildly inconsistent.
Mhm.
So you have to really get in there and just file those support tickets or call them and get until you get, and if you ask 3 people the same question, Amazon, you will get 3 different answers.
Yes, that is absolutely true.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. So PSA, if you're having trouble with your ads, if you're listening to this, you're like, oh, I keep getting rejected, write them, call them, be your own best advocate for this. Because at some point now with this author's book, they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to approve it. Really?
Yep.
So
Yeah, exactly. Pull out your inner toddler and just keep asking until you get the answer you want.
there you go. That's a great analogy. Oh my God. I think for the image for this podcast, I'm gonna do that, because
Oh, that's funny. Yep. Just a full-on meltdown tantrum.
like the little kid just pulling on their mother's skirt, like, can I have it now? Can I have it now? That's exactly what you have to be with Amazon. So
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much. I know this was a short episode, but just wanted to kind of drop this into your feed and let you know this is what we're seeing on Amazon. We love show ideas. Actually, we just recorded a podcast. Amy came up with a brilliant idea as opposed to a show idea. Amy, you want to take it from here?
Oh, sure. I mean, I just phrased it. Email us and let us know what you're struggling with.
Yes.
Like, what are you challenged with? Any phase in this whole process of getting your book to market, marketing it, figuring out your author brand, all the things. You don't have to come up with a full-blown show idea. Just email us and say, this is what I'm having a problem with right now. And Penny and I will brainstorm how to turn that into a show and try to get these back out to you. We really do, for what it's worth, we prioritize suggestions that come from listeners for sure.
Yeah.
So if you send it in, we really do try to make those shows happen sooner rather than later, because a lot of times it is because somebody's in the middle of struggling with that particular issue. So if we can help you out by creating a show and getting it out there right away, we want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think finally, if you listen to one of our shows and it inspired you to do something and you've had success with that, we want to know about that too. We will give you a shout out on the next show that we record. So all the things, all the news. We love all you guys for listening. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week.